Hi, I'm Sam from the Walsall Football Club podcast One Pod Beyond, and I'm going to be talking about Walsall Football Club's season and their playoff campaign against Barnsley. Our danger players stretch throughout the team. We've had a really strong season. We've got a goalkeeper that's fearless in Neil Etheridge. We've got centre-backs in Paul Downing and James O'Connor that have built a really good partnership throughout the year. We've got probably the two best fullbacks in the league in Jason Demetriou and Rico Henry. Rico Henry's been getting a lot of plaudits and has potential to even move to a Premier League club over the summer. We have Adam Chambers, our man mountain in midfield, our club captain. I wouldn't say he's the Everest, he isn't the tallest, but he's like K9 in a lot of midfielders opposing him lose a lot of lies with him. We've got Romain Sawyers, who I think everyone that follows League One knows Romain Sawyers. He's a fantastic playmaker, he's got such good feet and he can walk a game and still run it. We've got Tom Bradshaw up front, who's 20 goals in his last two seasons, and that's with some injury problems as well. He just needs half a chance and bang, he'll score. And we've got Anthony Ford, who's come into a lot of form recently as well, and he scored a couple of good goals against Port Vale the other day. And of course we've got Kieran Morris as well, who started to play regularly. Our team's full of danger players at the minute. It's great to see. Barnsley have had a bit of a funny season. They spent a couple of months in the bottom three, if I remember rightly, but all of a sudden turned it round, got in some loan players, shot up the table, and now they're a really dangerous team. Obviously they're nicked in just at the last minute after dropping out for a few weeks. They've got some danger players in Sam Winnell and Hurahan, who you've always got to watch out for, and also loan players like Fletcher, who scored against us at Bescott, that we also obviously got to be careful about, because their home and away record are identical, so you can't really pick where we might get the advantage. I'd just say that our away record, I think, is the best in League One. Yeah, it is the best in League One. So we've got a good chance of maybe nicking something at Barnsley and keeping it tight back at Bescott. We're looking forward to the away game, obviously, after Port Vale away the other day, and we took thousands and thousands of us and made an absolute din. It was brilliant. So we're hoping to bring the atmosphere to Barnsley and then take it back to Bescott to make it as loud as it's been all season. It means so much to the fans, this does. We've been out of the Championship for a long, long time, and we could really do with the money that it would bring in. It would revolutionise the club. I think we're deserving of it. I think we play the football that would go down well in the Championship, and I think we've built a club now that's sustainable at that level as well. On Sunday it was a bit funny because obviously we all walked into the stadium, we were all nervous as hell. We were causing a right racket before kick-off, but as soon as kick-off happened, everything just went silent, and you can tell for the first 15 minutes our players were getting a bit nervous because they knew all they had to do was a couple of goals against Port Vale and hope that Andy Butler popped up at the far post for Doncaster, our former captain, to just nick a goal against Burton. Now it was pretty obvious early on that Doncaster weren't going to beat Burton, but the more goals that went in for us, the more and more we were enjoying ourselves, and it got to the point that the final whistle went, and although there was some disappointment and of course slight envy with Burton as well that they went up in second, the way that we didn't go up, if that makes sense, was really, really good and has put us in really good form and, you know, sort of feeling for the playoffs, because we absolutely hammer Port Vale. If we play like that in the playoffs, we'll win them. We just got to hope we play like that for 3 games. It's been a really interesting season because once Smith left for Brentford, we obviously didn't know what was going to happen. Now, very, very quickly, we got Sean O'Driscoll in, who was the fans' favourite for a start. We thought he'd be perfect for the job. We've seen him manage other clubs before, take other clubs out of our league, bring through youth players. It seemed to fit our model perfectly. When he came in, he even said that he doesn't need to change much at all. We were challenging for the top if we weren't top at that point, and we just needed to carry on doing what we were doing. And for the first 3 games, it was working. We won the first 3 games under him. But then all of a sudden, he started changing things, moving things about, and we started playing a bit more defensively and a bit more conservatively. And it started getting really boring, and we started losing games quite heavily at home. Funnily enough, one of the games was against Barnsley, and that was the game that got him sacked. Now, he only managed us for 16 games, but I do think that those 16 games may well have been what stopped us going up, because we started slowing down quite a lot. We then brought in John Whitney, our physio, for a new spell as manager, and all of a sudden we picked it back up again, and we've started playing attacking football again, barring the suicidal display at Bradford a couple of weeks ago. And we've been on it since then, and we're a dangerous side again now. Super Tom Bradshaw. What a guy. We picked him up from our local rival Shrewsbury, and we weren't overly sure about him when we first signed him, but he's been a revelation. He just needs one opportunity and he'll score. He scored a stunning goal against Fleetwood the other day, which completely encapsulates his play. He just needs one chance and he'll hit the back of the net. So, Tom Bradshaw's best attributes for me are the fact that he will move along the line and he'll just work and work and work and work and work. He draws defenders everywhere. So quite a lot of our goals that come from midfield will come when Bradshaw has moved a player out or he's pulled them out of position, but he's also very good at noticing a run off the shoulder as well. So he's not the fastest, but so often a ball will be played through from Romain Sawyers can spot a ball from anywhere, and he'll play it through, and Bradshaw will be 2 yards in front of his defender already because he's just got a footballing brain. He's a very good player, and I can only see him getting better. There's every chance that if we don't go up, we'll lose him. There's every chance even if we do go up, we'll lose him. He scored 20 goals this season. He scored 20 goals last season. That's a sought-after player, that is, in the Championship, and he's every chance of going to the Euros. I don't see why he shouldn't go to the Euros. He's a better player than Simon Church, and there's every chance he'll get on the pitch there as well. He's been put into provisional squads. He's made his debut now. I know that because of our playoff, if we get to the playoff final, he's going to be held back from the squad, which we're quite grateful for Wales for. But we do want to see Tom Bradshaw in the Euros. Yeah, definitely, that would be brilliant. Great for Wolves. We've had a few good playoff semi-finals in the past actually, but the one that was absolutely dreadful was the 9-3 aggregate defeat to Crewe Alexandra just up the road. No one likes to lose to Crewe Alexandra on the best of times, and 9-3 over a semi-final is not great. We absolutely battered Stoke the last time we were in a playoff semi-final, which was good fun after Kavanagh gave it the big one when they went 1-0 up. It's always nice to shove it back up in, that is. So hopefully we won't go through another Crewe moment and we'll get to Wembley, no problems. If we play like we did against Port Vale on Sunday, for the next 3 games, we'll go up. Barnsley are a very good side and it's unpredictable. Every team in the playoffs has beaten us and we've also beaten them, so it's going to be a bit unpredictable for us. I've got a feeling, I think we'll get to Wembley, and I've got a feeling we'll face Bradford. And I'd rather face them than Millwall. But I also do hope that Bradford and Millwall knock 7 shades of it out of each other in the semi-final. So it means that they don't try and do it to us, because we don't play football the same way as them. And it would be lovely to right the wrongs of our Johnson's Plate Trophy disaster last season. That's a little insight into Walsall Football Club, the season that we've had and the playoffs coming up. Come on, you saddlers, and check out One Pod Beyond on SoundCloud and iTunes if you want to hear my voice a bit more.